This is the lecture for European history for Tuesday, the 20th of April, 2021. First off, if you're up to date on everything, you've completed your final chapter survey for me. Worthy of applause. Number two, assuming that you do your Baker quiz today, the last of those is done also. So, where we are now is in the final stretch. Because I front load work, those of you who are not going to do anything for serious extra credit are mostly done. There will be occasional assignments, maybe relating to movies or incidental things. And of course, there are going to be quizzes and exams. But basically, the majority of your homework is complete, and you can relax and learn without the distractions of all that extra work. So this is one of the benefits that you have for my approach to doing things. And it's only April. It's not even the end of April. The second thing is if you are in a bad spot academically, let's say you completely messed up your third quarter and got a lousy grade. I don't know how many people are in here who did that. I suspect at least one, maybe two. But maybe none. Who knows? Again, I didn't look it up. What I recommend you do is, because we do credit by the semester, you get the best possible second semester grade you can. And what you can do right now to control your second semester grade is your fourth quarter. So, how can you get a better fourth quarter grade? Well, here's how. We have two case studies. 50 fact sheet, profile, essay, and video presentation. Do it. Do one of them or both of them. I've got a list of topics that you can choose. One topic for Unit 3 and one topic for Unit 4. It's a lot of work. Oh, I know that's not you. But, even though because you're all wearing masks, it is even worse for me, and I'm normally not great at remembering names. Let's see. If you've done well during the third quarter, don't do it. You have better things to do with your time. But if you got somewhere in the middle D's or lower for your third quarter grade, it's probably wise for you to do one or both of the possible extra credit case studies. I'll take these right up until 3 p.m. on the last classroom day before finals. There's no reason on God's green earth, if you screwed up third quarter, for you not to do this. The advantage of doing them is you have the opportunity, without pressure, to do a really good job. And the better you do, you're going to get a series of extra credit grades that are going to mold your fourth quarter grade mightily. If, on the other hand, you did well, you don't need it. This is only for those who did poorly. Now, I'm going to expect the entire thing. I don't want piecemeal. So I don't want just a 50 fact sheet or just a profile. Also, you're going to be doing the complete case study. This is extra credit, and you're going to be earning something that will be very beneficial to you, so I want you to put in the work. Still, get it in by the last day of classes. Make sure it's your work, make sure it's good work, make sure you use my packets, and you do what you need to do. Check in with me to get topics and to pick a topic for one or both of them. If you decide to do them and then change your mind, just let me know you're not going to do them. But this is an opportunity, and it's not an insignificant one. Any questions? Good. Okay, we were on the Soviets, and we hadn't quite finished a few things I wanted you to see. Please get the shades in the back. Okay. Okay. Lights, please. Okay. This is an example of Soviet or socialist realism painting. None of the totalitarians liked the abstract art that came at the end of the First World War. The Bolsheviks, with their early experimental paintings like Malevich's White on White, quickly faded as the 1920s progressed and as people like Stalin took over. Instead, what they wanted was art that speaks to the people. And the people don't want a bunch of abstractions. They want art that is scrutable, that is something that they can understand and react to. So one of the things that they can understand and react to is heroic proletariat, heroic workers working their way towards a new and better future with electrification and radio towers and dams and canals and all sorts of industrial products that will make human life better. The workers are square-jawed, even the woman is, and these are the strong new Soviet men and women that would be able to, because of their character, their strength of will, their dedication to the communist ideal, seize the future. During the Great Depression, there were American variants of these, put out by the Roosevelt administration. Here's another example of socialist realistic painting. But this is a much better picture of, well, the heart of socialism from the mid-1920s until the mid-1950s. Here we have the Vozhd, B-O-Z-H-D. The Vozhd means the boss. We have the boss, Stalin, the Vozhd. And we have the heroic Soviet flags and the flags of the Belarusian Soviet Republic and the Ukrainian Soviet Republic, which are part of the Soviet Union, but they get separate status thanks to a negotiation around the beginning of the United Nations organization. Here we have the Communist Chinese, the People's Republic of China, and the workers of the world, the women of the world with their babies to the future, dedicated to the great vision of the boss and the communist world. Because in the communist world, you have one boss to rule them all. That's the world of equality for you. Here we have the North Korean flag and a variety of other communist flags from around the world, and it is literally the workers of the world under the aegis of the boss, moving towards the future, always the future, a brighter and more harmonious future. Here is the flag of the Soviet Union and the symbol of Soviet communism, which I will expect you to remember, which is a blood red field, scarlet red, with a hammer and a sickle, and often there's a red star as well. But the hammer and the sickle are definitely the symbol of Soviet communism, and in general of communism. What do they represent? The hammer for the workers, the sickle for the peasants, the farmers. Now, there'll be several videos today because God forbid I violate YouTube's guidelines. So I'll be back.